welcome. This is totally weird, doing a podcast for the first time in ages, but I thought I'd take the opportunity, probably my last one, to do the video in front of the Christmas tree because I think it looks very beautiful. Although this bauble keeps turning round no matter what I do to it. So, my name is Marie and this is my knitting podcast if you've not been here before, and I talk all about my yarny journey, which is predominantly knitting. This is probably going to be my last podcast of the year. I'm hoping in the coming week to record all I knit in 2024, or all I remember and can find that I knit in 2024 should be the title, I think. I think I've grown quite a lot with my knitting this year, so that'll be quite an interesting video to record and to look back and reflect on everything. But today is just a traditional podcast episode. So if you haven't been watching my Vlogmas content, I will show you my first thing, and it is what I'm wearing. And this is the Very V. I'll put in some pictures because I know you won't be able to really. I'll just sit up a little bit and you can kind of see. Very hard when I can't see myself to find out if I'm in shot or not. But this is the Very V neck by Very V neck raglan by Jessie Mae Designs. I was playing yarn chicken, so I couldn't do the full length sleeve, so I've got about a 3/4 length, which I was a bit disappointed with at first, but I think it's turned out, it looks lovely when I'm wearing it and I feel really nice. The V is perfect. The drape's lovely. I love how this Sorella newsprint yarn has turned out knitted up. I've had it in stash since last December. My dad got it me for Christmas and I finally got around to knitting the sweater. It's lovely to wear, fits me lovely, and like I say, I feel very nice in it, and it's great with these black pants, which are pretty high-waisted. They come right up to my belly button. So yeah, very, very pleased with how this turned out. It was relatively quick knit, enjoyable to knit, very easy. I only had 4 skeins of DK, so, and I knit it on 4.5mm needles. So yeah, and I was really pleased because I hadn't set myself any goal of doing it. It's just that my dad had said, are you going to use that yarn I got you for Christmas? And I just cast it on a whim, and I managed to get it done in plenty of time for Christmas Day, which I was really pleased about. So I wore it Christmas Day, and I'm wearing it again today to show you all. I probably will knit another one of these, to be fair, and I'll probably make sure I've got 5 skeins, because 5 skeins would give me this in a little bit more length for my other jeans and trousers, and I'd be able to do a full length sleeve. I'd quite like to try that. Now, I've no idea in comparison to the last podcast where I was up to with anything, so I am just going to jump in and talk about the finished objects and all that. Finished objects? Can't you see I'm out of touch? I mean, I'm going to jump in and tell you all about my whips. I think they're all new cast-ons, apart from one, which I think you've seen before. If you've watched Vlogmas, you will have seen it. And then I've got a few bits that I got for Christmas, knitting related. And I wanted to maybe talk about my ins and outs, although obviously we're not at the end of December yet, so there might still be more to include in that. Who knows? Maybe I can get my Musselburgh finished, maybe I can get Mum's. Oh, just an update on Mum's slippers. I've not done anything else on those yet, but they don't take long, a day or two while I'm off, so I am hoping to get them cast on and finished by the end of the year. Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, whatever you were doing, and Santa's been kind to you. He was very, very kind to me, and I've got quite a few nitty bits to show you, which, yes, I was very, very lucky with what I got. I was spoilt. So what to show you first? Right, I'm going to show you the Musselburgh that I'm making for myself. If you're watching my Vlogmas videos, then you will have seen that Vanessa from My Creative Garage, we did a box swap, a Christmas gift box swap, and we decided to swap a skein of yarn and then some Christmas goodies. And I'd sent her some baubles, Christmas treats, that sort of thing, shortbread, tea, and I had got her some yarny goodies from Yarndale. And I couldn't show you because obviously she will have seen it because she watches my videos. And I'd got, her favourite colour is teal, so I'd got her a Kinross 4-ply in a teal colour, and I'd also got her some Kinross 4-ply minis. I think they're 10 grams, the little minis, and I'd got her a selection of those and the kind of colours that I thought she would like. And I also got her some teal stitch markers to match. So yeah, she actually dyed me up a skein of yarn for me, which I thought was really, really nice of her, and yeah, super impressed. And she got it spot on. And this is the colour. And don't know if the camera will pick it up correctly because it's a very, very cool, wintry, crisp purple colour. So the undertones are very, very cool and dark, I'd say. And it's got sparkling, which is lovely. And this is my Musselburgh hat. I've been working quite a bit on this the last couple of days, but this has been one of my main projects. Dead easy to knit on when you're busy, when you've got things going on around you, when you need to pay attention, because I can actually knit on this without even looking. So and this is the stitch marker that's on here. This came in my West Green Loft Yarns Christmas Eve box. I did open it early. I was a bit of a naughty girl, and yeah, I've been using this stitch marker on here since I cast it on. Seeing as the yarn is called Marie's Purple Christmas, which again I love, and one of my gifts was these really cute Christmassy hot chocolate needle stoppers. If you've been here for any time, you'll know that I'm always in need of needle stoppers, because quite often Mona's telling me off when we're out and about because I'm dropping stitches because I don't have any needle stoppers. So they will definitely get used. So I've not weighed my yarn. I don't know how much I've got left. I'm going to do exactly same as what I've done with the other Musselburghs that I made. Oh yes, and I know a few of you were dying to see what colours I'd knit the 3 Musselburghs in. So what I will do is I'll pop up a picture. I've taken a picture of the 2 adult ones with me wearing them, and I've also taken a picture of my niece's one that I didn't try that on because I didn't want to stretch it out. So you'll be able to see the colours, and I'll put them up on the screen now. One of them was finished in November, so it's not part of my ins and outs for December. The other 2 are finished in December. And what I've done on all 3 of those is I've actually worked until I've got about 15 grams left. And then what I would say is that I did the adult medium in both of those yarns, checked my gauge on both of them, worked exactly to the pattern, because you can work it in, you know, it's got a range of gauges for all fingering and DK that you can work with, and in the pattern instructions. And they did turn out different sizes, and I did them both in the adult medium. So that was a bit strange, and I'm not sure why, whether my gauge wasn't quite what I'd checked, I don't know. But anyway, for my one, yeah, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm doing the adult medium. I'm going to work until I've got the 15 grams left, like I said. And then I'll do my decreases, and then hopefully I'll have some of this beautiful yarn left, to just enough left to put into my blanket. And yes, that leads me into talking about my blanket. I'm going to show you it, and I'll grab it now. But, oh, and this has another one of my little gifts on, if you haven't seen my Vlogmas. Because in my calendar from Mona, I got these absolutely stunning little Christmas tree needle stoppers, which I absolutely love. Very festive. So I think you will have seen this, unless, as I keep saying throughout this episode, you've not watched my Vlogmas content. I put a marker in at the beginning of December before I started working these colours in. I had an advent from Mona, which I was using to put into this, and any project that I finished, and I was also adding a few random bits, because I've now got a little basket in my knitting corner, and I've got in there scraps and leftover, or anything that I want to put into this blanket. A lot of these that I've added in throughout December, I will be able to add again at some point, but I kind of do a lucky dip from the basket. And I've also got the beautiful Christmas tree yarns that Vanessa sent me, the minis, to go in as well. So here we are. That's my progress keeper, and this is all what I've knit through December. I think I've got 5 colours left from the advent that Mona did for me. A couple of the last colours were absolutely beautiful, and I'll just show you them now. Actually, I think these are the ones that you've not seen. I think they were the last 2 that I got, so yeah, they need rewinding so I can do a hold them double and do a centre pull. I do want to carry on. Like I say, I've not given up on this. Hopefully by the end of December I can catch up on those last few colours that I've not added in from the advent. And then heading into January, I really want to add a stripe to this most days, because I've got quite a lot of yarn there that I want to use up. I will be doing a goals video though, updating you, setting out a new Giddy challenge, so that I can decide what I want to put on there for next year. I've got a few ideas that have been running through my mind, and I'll talk to you about that in another video. Right, so yeah, so with the incredible blanket, I'm pretty pleased really with how well I did throughout December. I did add quite a lot of stripes to it. Some days I added 2, so maybe I should count them actually. I'm sorry, I'm backtracking here, but okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28. So I've done 28 stripes. Each stripe, that's 28 different colours. Each stripe is 2 rows. So pretty good going really. And I may not have done every single one, but pretty darn close. And it's good progress. Now, I've got 2 new cast-ons to show you, which I don't know if I've actually, I think I did a sneak peek in my last, was it my Christmas Day video? Maybe. Anyways, let's get on with it. So as I mentioned earlier, I got a Christmas Eve box from West Green Loft Yarns. I have been eyeing up her yarns for quite some time. She does a lot of softer pale colours, speckles, really pretty. And when she advertised the Christmas Eve box, I just thought, yeah, I'm going to get that, because I knew I wanted to do a Christmas Eve cast on, or around that time, cast on of a sock. And this is the beautiful yarn. It does have a mini that came with it, and I'll show you that because the colour is stunning of the mini, although I'm not using it in my socks. And you know, it's got the colour in the yarn, and it's got the mini to match. This mini is a beautiful, stunning colour. Absolutely love it. Now, I did cast these on a bit before Christmas Eve. I think it may have been the day before or a couple of days before. And I am doing a pattern by Summer Lee, and it's one I've wanted to do for quite some time. And it's I think they're called Hibernal or Hibernal. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sure Mona will correct me on that. But this is the progress so far. It's knitting up absolutely stunning. I mean, look at it in stockinette there. Super pretty. As you can see, I've done quite a lot. Done the leg. Didn't do that to any set length, just knit it until I was happy with it and thought, oh yeah, that looks all right. And obviously, because of the way the pattern is, it's a 4-row repeat pattern. It's a faux cable. I'll just stretch it out so you can see. Absolutely so easy to knit. You start knitting it, and the first set of 4 or 2 sets of 4, you think, oh my days, I'm never going to be able to memorize this, because it's like knit 1, purl 2, you know, knit 3. Oh, it's honestly, it's a long line of like instructions, but it's very intuitive. Once you've done the 4-row repeat twice, if I can memorize it, anybody can. I did have to think back a few times, because obviously I was knitting it when we were, you know, involved in festiveness, so I just got distracted. But it was very easy to see where I'd gone wrong and to think back. But I love how it's turning out. I think it's gonna look stunning when it's blocked. I've done 15 rounds for the cuff. That's what I normally do, because I like that for myself. I've done the large, I think, which is 72 stitches for this pattern. And I'm doing it on, am I doing this one on 2.5? Can't remember what I've cast it onto. My last few pairs of socks have been a little bit loose, so I was doing a bit of an experiment. 2. Oh. Now, what do I normally do on podcasts which makes everyone laugh? I have some sort of realisation. And my eyesight, all of a sudden, for reading small numbers and reading the etching on these Chowgoo needles, has gone pretty bad. And yeah, I'm not knitting on the size I thought I was, so I better try these on later. Honestly. Yes, these needles, which I thought was 2.25 or 2.75. Now, if you've been here for any time, you know I'm a tight knitter, so hopefully that will not really matter. And she does actually recommend doing them with a more slouchy fit on her instructions. But yeah, I did think they were 2.25. Let me check the others. So my next new cast on is another pair of socks, and it's a beautiful yarn. that I got from Mona. She ordered me a, I'd seen a box, so I did actually know I was getting this, but I didn't know what it was going to be like inside. And I got a gingerbread box from, is it the Copper Kettle? She's changed her name, I think. But I'll show you the yarn. This was the main skein that you got in it. Absolutely stunning. It's really lovely and soft. And I'll show you what else I got with it, because I didn't know you'd end up getting 2 lots of yarn, and I got 2 little gingerbread biscuits, which you'll have seen in my last video. And it's these. And yeah, as I was saying before I got interrupted, these are the minis that came with it as well. Really beautiful colours. I was so pleased with that. Chucking them in there. The gingerbread biscuit people were so pretty that I've had them on my table that's next to where I sit in my lounge, and I've had them there like little ornaments. I'll show you. I mean, how cute are these? They will be eaten. I just haven't yet. It just looked too pretty to me to be eaten. Okay, so I'll show you the sock now. And this is all I've done so far. This pattern is a 12 row repeat, and it's not one that I've memorised yet. It's not too difficult. It's Mermaid Avenue by Summer Lee. And I think it's knitting up absolutely beautiful. Yeah, the yarn, I don't know if I told you, but the yarn was called Gingerbread House. But I just love the fact that it's got quite a lot of pinkiness in there. And yeah, I've really enjoyed knitting on these socks. It's been great. I just decided I'm just going to cast on what I fancy knitting. It's the Christmas period. I've got time off. I'm hopeful that I can get at least one of these pairs of socks done before I'm back working. But who knows with what's going on. And I think that's all the projects that I wanted to show you. I'll talk about my ins and outs next time, and I'll show you a few of the yarny bits that Santa brought me. So, I know you've probably heard this before because most of these are already been talked about. I got my Patreon yarn, which was 100 grams from a homespun house, and I got 200 grams from My Creative Garage. I haven't added in the stuff from my Advents yet, so that is what I do need to add onto here, and it's going to bump it right up. I can't remember actually if I've put the... No, so I need to add in this one, obviously this one, and the other bit of yarn there. And I also need to add in my Fibre Fox and my Blue Ferns. So that's something I will do this week, and I'll check all that. But for outs, I've got the 2 Musselburghs that I knit and the very V-neck. Again, I'm hopeful I can possibly finish Mum's slippers, and then that will be another 100 grams out, because so far I'm 600 out. If my outs could match my ins, that would be nice, but it's going to be a challenge with having the Advents this month. Okay, so I'll show you the big one first of what I've got. I know quite a few of you have got this Knit Pro Swift. My Swift, I've got a plastic one, and it's done me well. It still works, but it's gone a little bit funky, and I can't always make it go up. and it's just a bit tricky to get up and down, so I'd put this one on my list to give it a try. So I'm excited to use that. I've not used it yet, but hopefully I will get to use that soon. I also have got some yarn. So I have got, and these yarns need to be added on as well as the Advent yarns to my outs, so that's even more to add on, isn't it? So I have got 5 skeins of the brushed alpaca silk from Drops, and I think this was in colour dark denim. And this is to be paired with my leftover yarn from my Purl sweater, the lilac colour, and I'm going to make another late summer dream tea. That's the one that I've made. I really like it. It's definitely different to anything else I've knit in my wardrobe, but unfortunately it's just way too big, and I don't like wearing it because it's too big. So I'm going to knit it a size smaller this time and see if that's better. Now you can let me know, and we'll probably discuss this more in my What I Knit in 2024 video, but I'm not sure whether or not frogging that will be a good idea or not, because it's obviously got the 2 yarns held together, and it's got the alpaca silk, the brushed one. Is it fur? And should I do it? Should I just keep it? But if I won't wear it, what is the point? Anyways, we're not going to talk about that today. Don't want to scare my my mum about frogging that. Not in the festive period. It's a little bit unfair, isn't it? And then I actually got, which I'm really excited to cast on, new to me yarn. This year I definitely want to start using a lot more and trying a lot more different commercial yarns. So if you've got fingering weight, DK weight, commercial yarns that you absolutely love, I know Cascade is going to be on my list, and I've got a Cascade Heritage yarn there, but that's for socks. I think it's Heritage. I'll have a look in a minute. Anyway, this yarn I did put on my list, and my mum bought me this, so I'm very pleased to have it, and I got enough to do. If you remember, I got a sparkly yarn in Rome that I had picked out a sweater for, and I'll put the sweater here. I have no idea what it's called, but it's in my queue on Ravelry, and I'll put all the details here so that you can see. And I've decided to try using that sparkly yarn to do the colour work in this sweater, and I picked this black yarn for the main colour, and this is Ramagarn, if that's how you say it, and it's Fivel, and it's one that I saw Rebecca Clow you knitting with, or one of these yarns anyway, that she was using, and she was saying how much she liked them. And as I say, with me wanting to try different commercial yarns to find the ones that I really like, this is going to be a great one to try. Black's maybe not the greatest to be knitting on at this time of year, but it's going to be on a bit bigger needles, DK weight, and I'm really looking forward to trying it. So I think I have got maybe 7 skeins of this, something like that, but I've got enough for that sweater, and I've got the contrast in. I just hope that that contrast yarn is actually I'm able to knit it and do the colour work, because it is just a zigzag pattern, and I think it'll look very nice. And then I've also got, which I think my mum got me as well, this beautiful purple Cascade Heritage yarn, which is their sock yarn. 75% merino wool and 25% nylon. Beautifully soft, and I can't wait. I've got a few patterns that would work for socks for this yarn. And the last couple of little things that I wanted to show you is my mum got me these really fun Christmassy stitch markers. Needle stoppers, sorry. And then, if I can show you these, because they are quite tricky to show, I'll just spread them out. My partner got me these beautiful stitch markers. Losing my words today, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a snippet of the knitting related goodies that I got, and an update on where I am with my knitting, what to expect going forward. I'm going to be back on my regular schedule now, or the New Year schedule, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm still planning to do about two videos a week, sometimes 3. Depends what I've got time for and what content I've got for you. Definitely will always, hopefully, be a podcast on a Friday. The next one will be in 2025, can you believe it? And in February, it will be a full year since I've been doing these videos, which is crazy. So big thank you again to everyone that has liked and subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, I would love it if you would. I'm almost at 500 now. Be nice to get there by well, I'm not sure I'll get there by the end of the year, but you know, it will be very nice when I get to 500, whenever that may be. And yeah, so the next video is likely to be what I knit in 2024. That's probably going to be on Sunday maybe, and then I will be looking to do a goals video, and I'm hoping not too distant future I can get Mona on again to do a bit of a collaboration, and you know, she can talk us through some of her knitting that she's been doing and yarny goodness, and maybe her goals as well. So have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, whatever you are doing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.